on a night where maybe Reaves gets low earlier this week and Luka had what he had going on, to see LeBron like that in the fourth quarter, what did that mean?
Well, I really thought his play throughout the game gave us such a lift. One of the things that he did extremely well tonight was screen, and using his gravity to create an advantage either for the handler or getting behind, roller behind, and then playing out of that. So, you know, he certainly scored the basketball, made some huge shots down the stretch, but really on a night when Austin didn't have it, and Luka clearly, you know, with all the travel he's had this week, wasn't at necessarily his best scoring the basketball, still did a lot of great stuff for us and ended up with a triple-double. You know, LeBron was like our connector tonight. The second action stuff was huge.
All around defensively, with scheme and everything else, was that one of your better defensive efforts, you feel like, of late?
Yeah, I felt like we did a decent job of executing schemes outside of some fouls with Embiid, and not the ISO fouls. We did a fairly good job there. There was the Adu closeout twice with Jackson on the greens where we just got our hands in there, and that's just something that we had emphasized. But the ISO stuff we did well. And then the two times in the first half where we didn't execute our pick and roll coverage with Maxey, he hits 2 threes. The other one was off like a scramble situation. So to then, you know, we give up 60 points in the first half, and then to come back in the second half and defend the way we did was awesome. And I thought DA in particular led on that end of the floor for us. I mean, we just talked about it in the locker room. He did a ton of stuff. You know, he was in drop, being disruptive. He was getting loose balls. He was blocking shots. He was switching on to Maxey. Just whatever we needed him to do on that end of the floor in the second half, he was great.
JJ, is this sort of an example of the luxury that you guys have offensively when it comes to just sort of individual greatness? That, like, to your point earlier, it's just sort of like, it's okay. If it's not Austin's night, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not Luka's night.
Yeah, and I think the growth that we've had and we can still get better with is we want you to play your game. We want you to recognize that. But some nights, you know, we played through LeBron a lot in the second half tonight. Down the stretch, we played through him. And so the unselfishness to just, hey, the ball swings to me and I got to close out, or ball swings to me and I can shoot it, great, but there's no need to force it. I thought AR did a good job of touching the paint tonight and just some shots, those, you know, non-paint twos that he's really good at and has shot really well. They just didn't get in the rim tonight.
Necessarily care about your resume when you play a new game. Is a night like this, do you feel like it's good for LeBron at this stage of his career and good for the group, kind of the reestablish and see again?
Yeah, I don't think LeBron needs confidence, but you know, but it's a fair question because you know, I do think it's important to be reminded every now and then of what you're capable of, and for him to have the injuries and then to sort of start the season playing catch-up in a way, and start the season playing catch-up with a team that is also in a really good rhythm. And that's, as a player, I don't care how good you are, that's tough to figure out. So tonight was super important, Dave.
To finish this road trip, now 2-1 on this trip, like, what impressed you the most about the way you guys played and you guys bounced back in this game to finish on a high note?
Yeah, I mean, the concern coming into this game was our defense and whether or not we could defend these guys and get enough stops, and we did that, so that was great. I would say, again, we're now 23 games into the season, and I felt like in most of those games, there have been moments where we could break. And we talk about bending but not breaking all the time. And that was another example tonight where we're down in the first half. We're down by 10, right, you know, with under a minute to go in the second quarter. The way that group came out to start the third, and then the way the group played when it was just AR and Bron, the ball movement, the passing, all of that stuff. There's a lot that we can build on with that.
Quick note, by the way, LeBron James moves into second place all-time. Just another climb up the ladder, Big Game James. All-time wins in the regular season. Now it's 1,015. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 1,074 regular season wins. Your guy. That's a lot of good teams.
With less seasons, right?
That's a lot of good teams.
Bron's going to break all those records. I think he's going to have every record in the NBA when he retires.
It's that is a wild number. By the way, I'm glad JJ brought up that third quarter. That third quarter, the way the Lakers came out,
For sure.
down 7, ended up being up 3. That's a 10-point turnaround. It was pretty awesome. All right, let's get you the highlights so you can see it for yourself.
We're witnessing some amazing history. And this is the beauty of LeBron's season this year. He can do what he wants to do. He's going to start. He sees all that young talent out there. He'll let it flourish. But when you need Big Brother to step in and take care of business, that's what he did tonight.
That's what he did.
He can do it with scoring. He can do it with assists, as he did with the big game to Rui. And I think he's just observing things. And he hasn't had a season like this where he's had to chill and sit back. Not that he's chilling out, but he's, it's Luka and Reaves. And when you need him to come up big, he's going to be able to do this. So it's just a beautiful performance tonight. He led by example and right when we needed him.
As much as the group needed this performance, I think he needed it as well.
It's a really good point.
To remind himself, not only to build the confidence, but remind himself that he still has it. Because, at this part in his career, at this age, he's not going to be able to do the explosive stuff as much. He's going to have to rely on picking his spots in the shooting and knocking down a 3 here and there in the mid-range. So to see a couple go in, I know in Toronto was tough. He didn't have a good rhythm. To see a couple go in, he'll be more confident in taking those threes now off that pick and roll with Luka. So this was huge. This was a huge night for the group. I said winning this game, but also for LeBron James, which I think even though he looks great, I don't see him playing multiple seasons after this one. This might be the last one, but to see him have this night will help him push through the regular season, the rest of the season, pretty handedly.
Well, it was great to see. He did not play in Boston, was a little banged up, so he had the extra rest. And he said it himself. I thought Mike Trudell asked some great questions about Luka flying back and hadn't been with the team in 4 days and hadn't had a chance to train. Austin having one of those rare off nights. The lid was on the basket. And LeBron felt great earlier today. And you could tell in the movement, James, in that first quarter, those quick 10 points. But what I want to talk about is those 4 possessions when the Lakers were up 2. AR missed a couple. Luka missed a 3. Luka threw 1 away. And Michael Thompson kept saying on the broadcast, get the ball to LeBron. He comes up with that huge 3, and that's when you saw the crown. And the mesh, the silencer, which he hadn't done yet.
It's some big shots. It's some big threes when the Lakers needed to separate themselves. When Philadelphia was like 2 points down, maybe 3 points down, he hit some big threes, and that's what the best do. Take a look at it right here, Geeta. That was one of them.
Good call by Michael Thompson, man. I mean, but anybody watching the game,
Danny, I believe that started with maybe a LeBron screen.
For sure, yeah. He definitely was screening and rolling and doing that lob. And so just playing that 2-man game, him playing in that Draymond role got him in a rhythm. But again, any fan watching the game, it wouldn't take rocket science. AR is struggling right now. Luka is kind of out of rhythm. Luka came off the bench. LeBron had a rhythm. He had it going. He's the veteran, I don't know if you've seen some old classic movies, Major League maybe. You bring in if the old guy's got it going, he's going to find a way to get you there. So get the guy the ball, and he'll figure it out. Whether it's either scoring or pass, he's going to make the right play because he's in great rhythm.
The young guy was pretty good too, Luka Doncic.
He's always good.
He's there for the birth of his child. He's away from the team. Congratulate him. So nice of him to be able to be there. And then he comes back, and he gets his 49th 30-point triple-double, breaking the tie with Russ and Jokic to move into second all-time behind the Big O with 30-point triple-doubles. Big game, 31, 15, and 11, and hit the huge free throws at the end of that game to ice it.
11 of 14 from the free throw line. I don't think he shot the ball that great, but he still was taking the shots that meant something for the team. So Geeta, he also on the rebound department had 10 and 11 assists. So I didn't really think it was the dominating game that Luka can have, but still, was able to be efficient at the times that we needed it.
And the 15 rebounds.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That was huge. Because, again, the first quarter, we talked about the second chance points where Philly was killing them on offensive rebounds and kickouts. And even at the end of that fourth quarter, they got 3 opportunities to get a 3. Tyrese Maxey hit the corner.
Miracle in the corner.
So the game, to me, I thought was them making free throws and rebounds. And Luka rebounded the ball. Obviously, he didn't shoot it well, but still a 30-point triple-double. I call it a 50 ball. He's let me down a little bit, but he's still a 30-point triple-double.
Still
I'll
got some
take it.
triple-double 30s.
I'll take the triple-double 30-pointer for sure.
Man, that's a great team win.
Yeah.
They're now 17-6. They won 15
on the road.
They're
Yes.
2-1 on that East Coast road trip, which was not an easy Toronto, Boston.
No.